What is the crack, folks? Welcome to the NuMuze podcast. I'm your host, Lewis Nevin, and today we are joined with Ard. What is the crack, folks? Ard, how's things?
Yes, boy.
Thank you
Not
very
too
much for coming on to the podcast. First time we've ever done something like this. We're absolutely buzzing for it.
Second time.
No, first time. 100%. So just go ahead and tell the folks at home a little bit about yourself, what you do, and the influences you may have on your music.
Sweet. What's crack? I am Aaron. I am the lead singer of Aaron, a fucking band from Donegal, Sham. And we just we just fucking release music. And it's like indie popish, rockish, kind of a bit of everything, but maybe hopefully leaning more towards rock now, I think.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so you just released a single called Talk Is Cheap. Well, not just released it, you released it in November.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the single and sort of what it means to you.
So, Talk Is Cheap kind of started out, there's a friend of mine, Robert Mulhern, that has a project now called, which is like two wee H's and a big H. And, we did a collaboration on a song called Australia, and it's just about fucking heading to Australia to make money because it's pure deer here. And then I just took inspiration from that, and we were kind of as a band we were kind of like fucking about, and we were like, oh, what's this sound like? This is kind of cool, and then I kind of just wrote about. Like, oh yeah, it's pure. We're the richest country, I think, in Europe. Either that or the second richest.
Yep.
Yet it's so expensive to live here. Like I can but you're not making enough money to. Yeah, it's tight. Like so why?
Because this is a conversation I was having the other day is about people having to. They get to a certain level in this country, and then they have to migrate to do better for themselves. Like football, especially, you have to go over to England. You have to move elsewhere to make a living for yourself. Yeah,
I suppose it's always kind of been that way, depending on the industry that you're in. That's why, like, there's that trope of like, I'm gonna move to Hollywood, I'm gonna make it in. But like, if you're in that area and you're in that scene, there's more eyes that are upon you, and it would, I should fucking move to Dublin or Derry or something. But
You are Letterkenny.
I'm Letterkenny, Sham. Yeah, Letterkenny.
Letterkenny.
Well, kind of just outside Letterkenny now. Like, but Letterkenny.
Much going on, Letterkenny, music wise.
Yes, there actually is now. So I don't know whether it's because I wasn't in the music scene a few years back, or there just wasn't any. But the scene now is kind of like it's flourishing. I would say the scene is more Donegal more than just specifically Letterkenny, because like we do this thing, the Mouthpiece Open Mic Night, which I'm fortunate to MC. Shout out Stephen Crane who does all the like other shit, like booking it and all. There's just loads of acts, and they're all class. Like you would think, oh, there's fucking 15 people playing here, one of them's bound to be shite. But no, they're all good. Like so. As I was saying earlier, I think the difference between like local talent and like a superstar, like, that's super famous, is genuinely just the eyes on them.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that's not everyone. There's some people that are just musically gifted and they're freaks of nature. But yeah, there's so much good music at the local level that you just it's mad. They're all class.
I know we were talking about the the PR of Talk Is Cheap.
Oh yeah.
Did you go through any PR company for Talk Is Cheap?
We did.
All yourself?
I did this thing. I can't remember. Maybe it was Muso Soup or some website like that. I can't remember what the fuck it's called. But it was basically like you pitch your song, and then these magazines and blogs and all this come to you, and we're like, we can do a magazine poster, a fucking article on you for £8. I'll be like, all right, sweet, no bother. So yeah, you're essentially like paying for wee placements and stuff like that, which is what the PR companies fucking do anyway. You end up shelling out so much money. Oh, it's heartbreaking how much fucking money you pay, and there's in my opinion, there's virtually no return on it.
Nah, there's
like
not
it's
much
pointless unless you just want to pay to see your name and like, oh, nice one, it's in RT, it's in whatever. But I swear to God, like, just email everyone you can find. I mean, hound every whore you can find, and just be like, "Oh, new songs out, all this," and then put it on the BBC uploader. Because that's how I got a tune on Radio 1. That was pretty cool. It was only played once, mind you, on a Sunday at like midnight, but sure, who gives a fuck?
It's still on Radio 1,
still played on Radio 1. PR just wrecks my head because it's so expensive.
Because
if I had the money,
no
do it, but like it's fucking for one song, like it's €1,000 fucking euro. That's what I paid. I paid fucking $2,000 for 2 songs. Fucking load of shite. It was shout out to people that they were nice.
Aaron, I think
they were nice people.
You may have been ripped off.
No,
that is.
No, the big PR companies. That's what you fucking pay.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Was it like a PR campaign they'd given you?
It was a PR company.
Okay.
Like company. There's the PR campaign. You send us the song. We'll put it on. No, in fairness, right? It got on. One of the tunes got on a Spotify. Like, do you know the actual Spotify playlist?
Yes.
For a few weeks, but it didn't really do. Like it was bare. It was like
no
fucking way down at the bottom of the. Anyway, maybe the song was shite.
Because the reason I ask you is because I remember when it came out, there was like this Brazilian review page had done a review.
I paid like €4 to some Brazilian jock, and he was probably able to eat off that for a week. But nah, that's tight. Fucking aye, but yeah, €4 I got a post and he added me to like some Spotify playlist and all this.
Was there any other countries that it went out to? Any other
PR actually, there was a load of them. Brazil, shout out the Brazilians, they know how to do it. Brazil, America, the UK, Germany. I have to say, so when you're doing all that, it does feel like they kind of just copy and paste, like because you write about like your campaign thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is what the song's about and all this. Some of them just copy and paste it and they don't add in a fucking thing and they just took a $5 off you for nothing. But there's some of them. There was this German one and it was something in Berlin, I think it was called. It was a magazine, an online magazine. And we translated their article and it was wild nice. It was wild heartfelt. Like it was really, really nice. And I was like, fuck, that was worth the money because it made me pure happy. Yeah, sorry, I went on a tangent there. England, Germany, France for one, Brazil, Argentina, the US.
And did you
India.
see any difference in the streams at all?
No, doesn't do a thing. Hey, the only thing that I think really, like, at least in my experience, the thing that properly works is releasing tunes and playing shows. That's the only thing that works. Either that or you're wild good at TikTok and you're very funny, or you're just like good at you're just good at fucking TikTok and videos and Insta Reels. Shout out Insta Reels. Hey, I love jeez, I love looking at the
wee reels
nature.
that you put up. Do you just do you plan them out or do you just stick on the camera and hope for the best kind of thing? When you're doing your wee funny videos? It's kind
of a bit of both. Like you have a plan of like how the video will look,
yeah,
and then you think of something while you're doing it, and then you just redo it. But it's just really having the crack and just being silly. Because I find when you're scrolling, even though I'm a musician, right? I sing.
You're an artist.
I'm an artist.
Aaron.
When I go through TikTok and you see other ones doing it, you be like, fuck off, that's pure gammy. But it isn't. Like everyone's just trying. But yeah, I find it when people do the like funny videos, that's cool. I always hone in on them. But yeah,
there's
that's
this
just me.
new like technique for doing PR videos of like somebody ties a rope around their leg
right.
and somebody drives off with a car and they're like doing a snippet of their song while this car's driving away, and before like the end of the song they take the rope off of their leg, but it's just to get people to watch the whole video.
That's a good show.
And I
would definitely do that. Wrong.
I was like, this is good until it sort of all goes wrong. we talked a little bit earlier on about collaborating with artists. Robert, you had mentioned.
Yeah.
How important has collaborating been
Class. I love it. It's a wild bit of crack because you do stuff that you haven't done before. Like I made a dance song with Conor McSherry. Shout out Conor. He was here. He was in the NWRC. I recorded it right over there. And it was good crack because I had never really done that. And then I actually have another collaboration that's not even out yet. I forgot about that, and that's actually one of my favorites to date. Shout out Ashlyn and Paul. Anyway, it's just wild crack because you get to work with like friends or just other people, and it's flattering because they clearly think I'm doing something right, which is nice.
Yeah.
Because I usually think I'm like, I'm the worst person on earth. My music shit. I can't sing. I can't do anything.
It's the idea of being
why does nobody like me? All this. Yeah, just wild self-critical, and then people are like, "Oh yeah, do you want to make a song together?" I'm like, "Fucking yeah, please." It's just wild crack, and I think everybody should do it because it's very fun. It's just fun, and if the song's shite, who cares? Because you had the crack. So yeah.
I think it's another because you've done so many different genres in collaborations as well. You've done a wee bit of house, wee bit of folk, wee bit of everything. Like you can sort of diversify.
Love to get into a bit of metal, hey. But
is that the next thing? Aaron Screamo?
That would be class. I've always wanted to scream, but I don't have the patience to go on YouTube and watch some sweaty emo looking dude. Shout out to emos. Scene. The dudes with the scene haircuts. Class. Loved it. That was my thing back in the day. But I just can't do it because I would be pure scared I'd ruin my larynx. Fair play to them.
Talking about back in the day, what kind of music were you listening to growing up?
Rock music, metal.
Yeah?
Metal. My brother, Michael, got me into like metal at a young age, like Slipknot and Korn and like Every Time I Die and watching Jackass and all and playing Tony Hawk's and fucking Vice City and all the Class soundtracks, Motorhead. Class. Just loved it all. The Distillers. Slipknot was my big thing back in the day. Like that was my first like favorite band. Loved them.
So how do you think you get into making the kind of music that you make? Because it's different.
Very
to all
different.
Of the stuff
but that was like, I suppose that was the stuff like I listened to as a Wayne, and it's funny. The older you get, the more you recede back into what you listened to when you were like 13, and it's lethal. You get back into stuff that you haven't listened to in years. Because I was well into hip hop and then at one stage, but I don't know, like because it all started out like I would just do like pop stuff and indie pop stuff and all because I was well into that for a while, and now I'm kind of way more into rock music, and I think our new songs are gonna really they do sound
that influence.
Sorry, they sound way more like that, and I can't wait for them to be out. I'm so excited. We have 2 new songs that we're playing tomorrow. And the day after, because we have gigs, oh my god, I'm so excited. They're so fun, man. Oh Christ, yeah.
A big aspect of what you do is the gigging. In my opinion, anyway, your music comes so much more alive when you're gigging, and I mean that's the same for I suppose a lot of artists, but you especially because you put so much energy into it, and you have the crowd doing it back to you, and you have the we had discussed about your fiance saying you are a
stupid bastard. Yeah, so
we will put a clip up on the screen now of what Aaron does live.
Yeah,
but I just found that was so funny. What has been your favourite gig that you played?
Down in the Soundhouse on I think it was the 3rd of December with Final Girl and Don Monte. Shout out them, they're lethal. Oh my god, they're so good. It's fucking lethal. Final Girl are all the members of Polaroid and all. Oh Jesus Christ, Polaroid are so good. But they're doing like different style of music. Oh, anyway, just go listen to them. And Don Monte are lethal.
Is it like a case of a different alias, or are they still doing Polaroid? Or
no, they want to do. They are. I'm pretty sure they're still doing Polaroid, but they want to do like a different style of music, slightly different style of music,
right,
and they thought. They didn't want to incorporate it into Polaroid, I suppose, so they wanted to make a different project for it, and it's class, and I love it. Anyway, it was down the Soundhouse, and just everything went right. The stage is a really nice size. The sound was amazing. The sound engineer was pure nice. The lights were class. The crowd was just lethal. They're all dancing, having the crack. and I got to do that thing, and it sounds pure gammy, but like, do you ever see like when metal singers like they go up to the fucking input monitors and they're like all that? But I did that against the barrier, so I kind of went off stage a bit, and I fucking really wanted to jump into the crowd and do it, but it was just so much fun, and everybody was enjoying themselves, and it was just wild crack. So that's in my opinion, that's probably I'd say one of my favorites. Definitely, it's up there. The other one, we played at a thing called Treehouse Live in Bundoran in a place called the Kickin' Donkey, and that was very fun. It was just wild crack because there was just a bunch of hippie dippies fucking swaying and all to the music. It was just good crack. That was fun.
I think sometimes it doesn't even have to be these big massive gigs that are the best. It's like literally if you have even a small audience of people who are really invested in what you're doing. I mean that's really all you need. Because
it's flat, like it's very flattering, I suppose, or any kind of synonym of flattering. I don't know. I can't think. But it's just really nice when you get to see that people like your music and they're like dancing or they're vibing along to it and all, and they're singing it or whatever.
What's your dream venue to play?
The Olympia Theatre in Dublin.
Actually, we may just pack up and go home. We may actually.
That's hilarious.
We may.
There is another battery.
You can plug it in. Oh, Christ almighty. We will be right back, folks.
Yeah.
Like
we're back.
What? Arn.
That's me. Jam, what's crack? Third time's the charm. I can't remember what we were talking about, but just so everybody knows, everything kind of died there, but it's good crack, and it's all part of. It's funny. It makes me laugh.
This is what podcasts are all about.
Yeah,
realism.
Anyway, we're back, and I don't
dream
know
venue.
Dream venue. Fuck yeah. The Olympia Theatre in Dublin and the Roisin Dove in fucking Galway, and all the Galwegians, I don't know what, Galwegians, they'll all be like, oh, it's the Roisin Dove. Shut up. It's fucking Donegal Irish lad. Yeah, shout out the Roisin. I'll fucking really want to play there this year. Jesus Christ, that's one of my dream venues.
Have you played much down around Galway?
No, I've never played in Galway.
Is there a big
we played like
scene?
A pub gig there 2 times in the old 55. But that was just covers, like, but apart from that, no, nothing.
Nothing at all.
No, it's just been like here, Dublin,
Belfast. You've recently
Donegal,
you've been doing a lot of
Belfast. Yeah, shout out Belfast.
You've been recently. What do you think of the music scene up there?
Sorry, who's that Forex jock? Have you got him? No, do you use Forex Paul or something? And he has a rap song out, and it's like fucking.
Are you talking about Kevy 4X?
Aye. Sham. I heard it was on fucking iRadio or something the last day. I couldn't believe it. I was fair play to him.
He's on the radio.
He was on. I swear on my life, he was on the radio.
There was on the radio. Have you ever heard of AirBuds, the app where you can see what your mates are listening to?
No.
There was it's really fun until something weird comes up, and like not that long ago I was listening to ASMR on the train. And it came, it came up on my AirBuds.
Oh, God.
And the other day, I was just scrolling from AirBuds, seeing what the lads were listening to, and there's a girl that I have on AirBuds.
Was it like girlfriend ASMR? Was that what you were like?
No.
It
was like unintentional ASMR. I was on the train. Anyway, we're not getting into the ASMR. I have to keep moving.
Okay, let's go.
No.
Anyway, shout out fucking Forex Kevin or whatever his fucking name is, Paul or whatever. Anyway, sorry.
He and she was listening to Kevy 4X on AirBuds.
Class.
And I couldn't believe it.
Unreal.
I bullied her profusely.
That's the way to do it too.
Anyway, moving swiftly on to your favourite artist coming out of Ireland. Anyone you want to shout out? Anyone you think people need to be listening to?
I would say I'm going to be biased here in like everyone that I know locally that I like. George Houston's lethal.
100%. Love George Houston.
Unreal. So are Tramp. Unreal. So is Iron Everything. Unreal. So is Huckleberry. Unreal. So is fucking Kipunji. It's a weird spelling. It's like Kipunji, and that's Paul Jarvis. and he's class. We have a song together. He's lethal. He makes like dance music, fucking unreal. And so is Aisling Jarvis, his sister. Shit, Aisling, what is your stage name? I'm so sorry, Aisling. It was lethal. Anyway, shout out Aisling. Shout out Moya Brennan. Fucking love her. Who else is class? There's so many good Irish acts. It's frightening. Who did I start getting into recently?
I mean, have you discovered any bands or any artists like when you've been up in Belfast or been doing things in Derry here?
We played a gig with Hot Girl, the ones from Dublin. They're doing that late night rising or whatever it's called.
Late night art. It's Blue Pill PR and NuMuze, I think. I don't know. I've heard that somewhere. You should probably buy a ticket for it.
Yeah,
but that's Nelson Sports Club, first Thursday of every month. Yeah, we've got Hot Girl and Penny's band.
Class.
Yeah, very excited for that. But yeah, Hot Girl.
Yeah, we played with them. They're class.
They're like sort of indie rock grunge, sort of a lot of different.
They're a melting pot of it all. Like, yeah, because there's a bit of screaming in it and all. It's cool. And then there's quiet. There's a lot of quiet shit. It's cool. Yeah, it's really cool. Adore's class. Cheerbuzz are class. Dig is class. DIG with a wee exclamation point. Rackus Roller class. Who else is class?
These are all class.
Yeah, they're all.
Everyone is class.
Bannard Mare and Broncos. They're cool.
Yes. Just recently played
Shark School are class. A Bog Project are class. Undercover Martian, shout out the boys from Donegal. They're Donegal boys and they're down in Galway and like I think they're like studying all over Ireland or whatever. They're lethal. There's so many good fucking acts and like
there's so much good music coming out of this country.
Whether bands or solos, they're so good. Like it's crazy. It's
we had
the Sweet, their class. Sorry,
the Sweet. Yeah, shout out the Sweet
and the Mara, their class.
Shout out the Mara.
I keep saying, yeah, they're all good. They're all really good. Like Cora Harkin's very good. She's class.
Shout out Cora Harkin.
Yeah, Boy M5, their class. They're all class. I don't know. I've no synonyms. Unreal and class. That's usually what I say.
That's a 2 Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron. That's the soundboard for Aaron. We had spoke a little bit earlier about how you're now a 5-piece.
Yes, sir.
And how has that changed? How you write songs?
It's class. It's it's changed. It's changed majorly in the way that when Aaron started out, it was just myself. That's why it's such a self-centered name. And I was just like getting fucking instrumentals off of YouTube and making tunes to it in my fucking mobile home, and that was grand. But then when you get a band, it's so fun because you play this shit live and you don't feel all like you're not on your own on the stage, so it's just way more fun. And then the writing is just unreal because everybody has their own personality and their style and how they write, and like you just get everything's in it. Like they add something, they add something. They're like, oh, what do we try this? What do we try this? What do we? And you don't know where you're going, and it's lethal. There's a new word, and it's great because you start out with genuinely nothing, and by the end of it, you have a fucking full song, and it's class. And it's great. It's just so fun because that's how I wrote anyway. I would usually have like the instrumental anyway, and then I'd write a melody to it, or at least think of a melody. I suppose it's not. Yeah, think of a melody and then put words to it. And if I have a good chorus, then we're fucking.
The rest comes
good
along.
to go.
Was it just type beats you were using before, or did you ever like
do
any producing?
I found this. I tried to produce, but Jesus, it was brutal.
It's far harder than it looks to produce.
It's so tough because you actually. Well, if you're good at like music theory and all,
yeah,
that really helps. I'd imagine. If you're just doing everything on Logic or like what's Fruity Loops or what's the other one? Ableton.
Yeah.
Ableton. But that one's good for doing drums and shit. But I just couldn't do anything. So I was like, all right, I'll just sing. Just type beats really. But there's so many good producers. There was this one Oh, I got him for like the last, obviously, apart from Talk's Cheap, but what was he called? I can't remember. They all had very weird names anyway, but shout out all them. Yeah, they were just all type beats, like, oh, indie pop type beat, Tame Impala type beat, or whatever, and yeah. They're much better than just type beats. Fair play to the people that actually make them, because they're good. It's good music. Do you know what
I mean? I hate when you'll put in like a type beat for someone, and then it'll end up just sounding nothing
like it.
What the person actually usually would sound like.
Clean wreck your head.
You were speaking about the name Aaron, self-centered name. Yeah. Was ever going to be a completely different name? Was there any other names that ever came to mind, or was it always going to be Aaron? Even when you switched to being a 5-piece?
I don't know. We had there was talks of switching the name, maybe, and we might do it. Maybe I don't know, but we'll see. Because I was thinking about it the last day. That metal band Dio, the lead singer's Ronnie James Dio.
Yep.
So I don't know, maybe we will change it, maybe we won't. I don't know. Do you know what actually fucking grinds my gears? It's such a silly wee thing. But it's I don't know why I chose this, but I suppose there's other acts, I think, in the world called Aaron, but it's ARN. Whereas I was like, oh, I'll stick out from the crowd if I put it ARN with a full stop. Jesus, everybody forgets the full stop, and I just want a full stop.
I would argue that it's the full stop.
No, that's
that makes it.
I'm only joke.
You know what I mean? I was saying to somebody earlier, because I was saying I have this podcast where we're interviewing Aaron, and they're like, Aaron with a full stop. And I was like, yeah, class. Well, this is that's branding for you, I suppose.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish up with plans for the future. What do you want to achieve this incoming year?
Rake of tunes, and I want to get playing down in Galway. I want to play down in Galway so bad. I just want to play more shows and release more tunes, because we have new songs and I love them. And that's why we've been quiet over this past couple of months, because I have a weigh-in on the way in like 4 days.
Congrats, Aaron.
And also we've just been writing, and it's just class, and the tunes are lethal, and I cannot wait for them to be out. So I'll get them out as soon as possible, and I think we're just going to release like a shitload of music this year, because I released a load of tunes in 2021, and then it's been fairly sparse since, apart from, I suppose, collaborations. But just get a rake of tunes out and fucking play shows and just have the crack. That's all I want. That's all I want to do. I love it. That's all I want to do.
Aaron, I must say, thank you very much for coming on to the podcast.
Thanks so much for having me.
With all the technical difficulties that did indeed
occur. Bit of crack.
Is there anything you want to throw out to the people before we finish? Anything you want to add?
Nah, listen to my tunes, or our tunes. Yeah, that's really it. And fucking come see me live and give me a kiss. I love this. Life is becoming